Let's take you to the story now. So teachers in the Western Cape say they've been notified of significant job cuts from next year. It comes amid a massive budgetary shortfall for the province over the next 3 years. Nasiphi is tracking the story for us and joins us now from Bellville in Cape Town. Nasiphi, good morning to you. So really concerning news for teachers.
Indeed, Naledi, this is about over 2,400 teachers that will lose their jobs come next year, and that circular leaving many concerned, the education department, including those that are at the receiving end, which are contract teachers. The Western Cape Education Department citing that it only received 64% of the required funding from national government, and this then exacerbated the fact that they would have to let go of the contract teachers. I am joined by one contract teacher now, Yolanda Makhenene, and she has been working as a teacher for quite some time, but receiving this circular notice indicating that come February you will be unemployed. Your immediate reaction to that?
I was flabbergasted. I could not believe how can the department sacrifice the future of children in South Africa, and given our history and what has to be done in order to improve the education system, how does it make sense to cut or to get rid of the engineers of basic education?
And Yolanda, leading up to this particular notice or circular that was released, 2,400 teachers and more will be losing their jobs. What is the plan? I mean, what are the unions saying?
Well, the biggest union, which is SATU, is obviously fighting this, and it goes against the trade agreement. And the government has offered no relief plan to ease us into this new daunting future that awaits us. So, to be quite honest, there is no plan, it seems, from government at least.
I mean, being an educator, we've heard stories about a teacher-to-learner ratio. With this job loss that we're going to be seeing in the Western Cape, do you think that will exacerbate, the teacher and learner ratio?
Absolutely, because if you look at 2012 up to 2023, there has been a 2.4% increase in the learner-to-teacher ratio. This means it will get worse. More teachers will be overloaded. We are overloaded as we speak now. So that means it's just going to get worse. We are going to see classes of 60 to 70 learners. And of course, that compromises the quality of education immensely.
We spoke with SATU and they indicated that the Western Cape is not the only province in the education sector to receive a budget constraint. However, they're not seeing bloodshed when it comes to job losses in other provinces.
Yes, and I mean in KZN, they have opened 750 posts for educators. So it's quite strange that this massive cut is only coming from the Western Cape.
What would you say should be the solution moving forward? I know you find yourself in this predicament as well, but also if you could offer maybe perhaps solutions, what would you say to the education department, be it province and even national?
I would say that this budget cut should not have happened, and now that it has happened, we need to be given a solution. We need a relief fund that is going to ease us into this while we look for alternative employment, because we have houses that we are paying, we have got cars that we are financing. So our livelihoods are under complete threat, and government should find an alternative for us.
Yolanda, we are obviously fast approaching February. I mean, it is over 6 months away, roughly. What is the plan now?
To be quite honest, Nasiphi, I have no plan. I have no plan. Pretty much the only plan I have is to go back home and stay with my parents, because I cannot afford to stay here, rent an apartment. I basically won't be able to afford myself. I'm going to be a burden, though I have been independent for the last 3 years.
We'll have to leave it there. Yolanda, a contract worker there from the Western Cape, an educator, saying that she's one of the 2,407 contract teachers that will rather be losing their jobs come next year due to budgetary constraints, which is what the Education Department in the Western Cape is citing. However, she's saying that the other provinces in the country have also received budget cuts. However, they've found means and ways around that. We have spoken to SATU and they've indicated that they have lodged a dispute as far as the job loss is concerned, and saying that they will be engaging, or have engaged rather, with the Education Department. Hopefully they will be able to reach some sort of resolve before February 2025.